No, it's okay. No, thank you. Thank you, though. Yo, yo.
Yo,
What's good, fam?
what's good, bro?
Is this Slim in the flesh, fam?
Yeah, this is it. This is it.
Holy. How's it going,
Are we
bro?
starting the session right now?
Yep, I mean, if you're good for that.
Oh, I just got in a league game. Fuck.
Holy. Has gotten the league match? Who you playing?
I play Jin ADC. Just doing a little bit
Jeez.
of ranked.
Legend
Oh,
ADC, man. I used to play,
I've like
I played a lot of Sona
yeah.
support, but what were you saying?
I play a little too much in AC. Like I only play like whenever I'm occasionally like off work. I don't really play like whenever
Mm-mm.
my friends are on. I play different games, but right now they're playing League, which is like what the fuck, and they didn't invite me. So. Because I just woke up, so they didn't even know I was awake. So,
Oh, say word. Okay, okay. Well, I mean, I
but
do only have till like 7 today. So, I mean, you can still finish your league match and stuff like that. I'm still down to kick it. It's cool.
all right. We could probably talk about music as well while I'm playing. So,
Facts.
how am I gonna like? How are we gonna work on the song or work on a song together? Do like a
So, whenever you have FL Studio,
yeah,
okay, so you mix and everything through that.
yeah.
Okay, okay. So, the way I usually do this online is you just live stream or screen share your screen on FL through Discord. You'll show me the song and everything that you like about it, what you want to change about it, and I can hear it. And then I can like kind of like guide you through all the methods and techniques that I do through your screen share.
All right. That sounds pretty simple. Simpler than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm.
What about like sound though? Because I don't think you can screen share sound through the FL Studio.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. I've always been doing that.
Well, like I can do that, but it won't let me record if I do it for some reason.
Ooh, what interface do you have?
I use a Scarlett
Okay,
with
okay.
the AT2020 mic, and whenever I put it in like, and then I use voice meter as well. So for some reason, whenever I try to like record with it, it won't let me
It won't let you
like
like screen
record
share the
live.
audio.
Yeah.
That's odd. I've heard of that problem before, but the Scarlet usually works. It was only like Apollo interfaces that I've had problems with, but jeez.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely a fix for that. I'm not too sure about what the fix is specifically. I know I know DCI. He figured that out. I could probably ask him.
All right.
Let me message him right
And
now.
then I kind of whipped up like half of a song, and because I feel like we're gonna be re-recording some parts, but
Yeah.
like I still like I put in enough effort into them to where it's not like I'm just like not singing or anything like that.
Mhm. Mhm. I'm just sending DCI
I'm
a message
still
about that.
trying to like, all right, I'm still trying to figure out like what it's like hard to find out what type of music you like want to make because like all music to me sounds really good and I'd like to make all of it, but like finding something that like I do really well in.
Finding your own specific lane specifically. Do you have any like taste in
Yeah.
music? Like, do you have any inspirations?
I listen to a lot of like Juice World. I listen to a lot of people from like SoundCloud that were like Lil Peep X, Ski Mask,
Okay.
Trippie Red and stuff. And
Okay.
then I also listen to like shit like Post Malone, and then I listen to it really just depends on my mood. Sometimes I won't even like listen to rap. I'll listen to like NCS if you know what that is.
And CS?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like a it's like dude, that's like music I grew up in middle school on or like early elementary because there was like a no copyright sounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, NCS. Okay, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Of
Dude,
course.
they have such good songs on there. It's like people don't like NCS, but it's like, bro, the
Man,
songs are good.
if we're
Maybe it's
talking
because
about
I
like
grew up with them, but like,
no, I mean I'm completely relatable to that because I grew up on a lot of like Monster Cat, NCS type vibes, even like Trap City, and the music they would post is very very good sounding music, and they would mix it all together like acoustic sounds, EDM, house, maybe some rap, maybe some singing of a female and a one two, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. It was always so diverse, and it was always like it was always like a great listening experience. So it's definitely a lot more different when it comes to rap and hip hop. I'd say a big difference is that it's not really focused on the instrumental as much. It's more focused on the lyrics.
yeah. But I mean, I just love music all around. Like, I don't like I even listen to like country sometimes. But I feel like it's mainly like my voice is the issue. I feel like I try to do certain like songs or like a certain genre, but it requires like a certain voice. Or it's like I want to like in rap, I don't want to be like I can do a pretty high pitched voice, but like there's so many people doing high pitched voice. I just want to do what's like comfortable, and I want to be like I'm not trying to force like I don't want to be like Cardi or anything like that.
Yeah,
Even though you can't like, even though like their music sounds good because they've been like doing it and they have like perfected it or like maybe like practice that,
hmm
but like I want to kind of like lead my own way into it, not try to imitate or but I still want to like use like a full vocal range. I don't want to just be like a low voice or high pitch. I want to like Post Malone really inspires me to do that because like in a lot of his songs he will go like from singing like country to like doing a high pitch voice in like certain songs. I'm like I want to do stuff like that.
yeah. Versatility is a big thing that you could definitely exercise. I think that's gonna bring your value up as an artist, being able to do more. Not everyone could be like
Yeah,
Cardi, you know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I feel like Cardi uses a lot of like effects as well to like make his voice like that. I feel like it's almost impossible to like actually sound like that unless you're like a female and like have that natural like high pitchedness in your voice.
Either way, like if it's fulfilling to you to sound like Cardi, then you're gonna sing like Cardi. But if it's not
Yeah.
fulfilling enough, then you're just gonna try and stretch your versatility to sing like Post Malone, you know, as example.
Yeah. Like in the current song we're gonna work on, I start off like with a high pitch for the pre-chorus, and then I switch into like a low, kind of like raspy voice for like the beginning of the chorus, and then it like fades into a like a normal pitch.
Yeah. Okay. How long you been cooking up for?
I started like 5 months ago. That's when I released my first song. Maybe like 6 months ago though, because it took me a while to get like figure out how to use FL Studio for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But like I haven't been nearly as like dedicated enough as I want to be. Like I feel like I should be pumping music out like every week, but with like work and then just like trying to like sort stuff out in real life, just because like there's just a lot of stuff I have to like do and like
Yeah, there's
gain
def-
control of in life. So
yeah.
the music's definitely a commitment. It's like, well, I feel like it's a lot easier for a lot of people, but like for me, I'll work on a song for like an hour and then stop and then work on it later.
Mm-hmm.
Or I will like sometimes I'll just like make a full song, but like won't like how it sounds in like a certain way, so I'll just like be like, okay, I'll just come back to this later.
Right.
I feel like my effects right now are just like they're too light, but I don't want them to be too heavy. Like they're too light as in like my voice still it sounds like it has like no effects on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would rather be like under affected or under use of effects than like have it super high and just
You want more of a natural
all
raw
low.
sound.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Also, because I feel like that mainly it gives you more chance to like grow in singing as well. So you actually like hear what you sound like instead of like hearing what the auto tune sounds like.
Facts. You said Kylie Jenner?
Huh?
Did I hear you say Kylie Jenner?
Nah.
I must be hearing things. Do you
Bro,
know how to
I'm 2
play?
and 2 right now, and my team's in team. Okay,
Oh, your team is inting it. Yo, stream the game.
I got you. I was in plat, but I lost so the new season starts, so I was like plat 1 and then I stopped playing for a while. And then now I was plat 4 and then they put me in gold for some reason. So I assume like just not playing in the seasonal start just kind of lowered my rank.
Jeez, you got the plat? Even that's impressive, bro. The highest I got was silver 1. What would you say about a silver player? Are they decent or are they still like pretty below
I feel
average?
like I feel like silver players are better than some plat players. The only reason I say that is because silver players don't play the game enough. Is like the reason they don't rank up. But most of these people in plat, they play the game. They're just so fucking dog shit. Sorry, my language. Like they're just so bad. But they just play the game more, so they have more of a chance to be carried. So you get these people in your game going 1 and 3 on a moo. I mean, he is getting objectives though. So,
What's the meta right now?
oh my lord, the meta is like ability champs. So me playing Jin is bad because all the new items, like they took away mythic items. So all the items now are built around ability-based champions, and I'm an auto. pretty much an
Jeez.
auto champ, which kind of like my whole like look, my like what is going on here? Like Echo's bot lane.
Echo big bot lane. Big bot.
Like Rift Herald's up and they're not taking it. Okay, this guy is a lot stronger than I thought he was. Yeah, he was a lot stronger than you thought that I thought he was. That's my bad. So like, wait, Echo is their mid laner. Okay, dude, I don't even know what's going on in this season. I'm just gonna be straight up. Pick
Echo
one.
mid.
Yo.
That seems like an old play. Like a few seasons
Yeah, like
back.
I saw that so many seasons ago and I forgot about it. Like I never even Alright, I'm just gonna roam. Sion's gonna be taking turret every turret anyways, doesn't matter.
Yo, do you know how to play any instruments?
Actually I have a guitar and acoustic guitar, but I can never like build up calluses to be able to actually like play them for a long duration of time.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
But I feel like I want to like learn more stuff like the piano and stuff.
I like the piano. There's always pianos in every studio. I find pianos and guitars.
Elected. There's no way his team was letting him do this. All right. Also, where's our Rumble at? Bro is like AFK that whole fight. I'm gonna open up FL Studio while I play, cause I'm just gonna do that. Okay, if my keyboard that I want. Also, my voice like changed since I last was or like first started making songs. I've been like it was like a lot like higher pitched and like didn't sound as good, but like as I've like started practicing singing, it's just like kind of became different overall, not just in like a when I'm trying to sing way.
Hmm. You've only been singing for ever since you've been recording, have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. You might just be exercising the vocal muscles. You know, the start hitting notes, so your voice might
Yeah.
change. I find that my voice has done the same too. When I record more lower monotone, whenever I speak now, like it sounds different, or whenever
Yeah.
I'm on the microphone, it sounds
Because like you're
different.
getting that like full range or like maybe you even find like a vocal range that's more comfortable than what you were previously in, so you use that more just in like your regular life.
Yup, yup. It's a lifestyle, fam. You start singing into the microphone, you start
Lifestyle.
feeling like Michael Jackson. You're just gonna have to start walking like Michael Jackson.
True, true. Bro, I feel like for some reason, right? I was like super stressed about making music when I feel like I shouldn't really have been. Like I
Hmm.
would be like, okay, I gotta make another song instead of thinking I like, oh yeah, I want to make a song or I get to make a song. I was thinking in kind of like a weird mindset about it for like the longest time. And it kind of made making music not fun. And I think that was because I would make songs right and I would be trying to do a high because that's when I was like I was trying to like conform myself to what like I hear instead of like just like going with what's comfortable.
Yeah.
I could switch my stream. to FL Studio. Yeah, sadly, Jin's not meta right now. Everything is fortune, and it's because like my auto attacks do 0 damage. Like I'll auto a tank for like 30 minutes straight, and he won't die.
Yeah, man. I haven't hopped on League in a minute, but by the sounds of it, it sounds completely different from when I last played.
They also changed the map and added new a lot of new stuff.
Jeez.
That's kind of the main reason I only got back into it. I think the last time I played it when I quit ranked was like almost a year ago.
Well, you don't play ranked anymore?
I got plat, and then I was like, then I started to like focus on life and stuff, and started playing games less. So like I feel like I only really play games on the weekends now.
Yeah, I find I have no
like
time
work.
for video games either.
Yeah, like I just go to work. I'm like, okay, I just want to like come home, relax, watch some YouTube or watch a movie or just talk to friends or like watch them play games because you don't really have the energy to be playing games and like focusing on
Yeah, it
or either
becomes
that or you're still focused on work thinking of, and then so it's like you'll be like wanting to play games with your friends, but you're so focused on work while you're not even at work. Like alright, let's see here. So like what I do is I go to audio settings and then I'll have to do FL Studio ASIO to be able to have you hear it. But if I want to record it, I'll go to like a voice meter one and then you won't be able to hear it.
That's interesting. Why I wouldn't be able to hear?
Unless I stream my like voice meter. I'm not really sure if that's what
Well,
it doesn't count voice
DCI
meters.
got back to me. He sent me a link of how he fixed that problem. I'm gonna send it to you and see if like you've watched it before. DCI says to get Voxengo. He said it's way easier.
Oh, what's that?
I'm not too sure. Yo, DCI, what is that? Might be a plugin. It's in the video I just sent you.
Alright, let's work on this song. I like the beginning part, I wasn't singing though. Like for the first few seconds.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work, trying to make this money work, even though I know it hurts. Legs body in my back, I've been praying to God, think I find religion, and I'm hoping my Lord will put me on the right track. I know that sometimes I could work harder, and sometimes I fall farther, but what's the point of darkness without light? Sometimes I disappoint myself, I wish I put up more of a fight. But we all could do better, so I'm up baking this cheddar. So cold that I need a sweater, this time I'll be the boss setter. And you know you can't reach it, try my best so they'll try to impeach it. And I ain't talking Princess Peach, she a leech. I was minding my business when she tried to get a
like that
bag.
part right there, I don't really
tag. Then I got the bag and the free vacation because she was spreading misinformation, trying to get me in a weird situation.
And then this is the
copy paste.
pre-chorus and chorus thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like most of these like settings I have in this, I've like watched from YouTube and like guides on how to do certain things, and it's kind of just like a mess right here. I don't even know. This is a mess.
Well, you got the basics down. Like you have the beats, you have your plugins, you have obviously your main vocals right now. You don't have any extra layers, but right now you just have the main vocals. I have a question. I'm not sure. Are the vocals in key?
Yeah. But what the song says on the YouTube that I got it from. Here. Quick. Which one is this one's called? Why is my not working now? Like not wanting to open. Yeah, it's in F sharp minor.
F sharp minor. Do you mind playing the beat for me without the vocals?
Yeah.
Just gonna try and see for myself.
Actually, wait, this one's in D minor. Unless
Try doing D minor.
Oh yeah, I'm in D minor.
Okay. So it should be fine. Okay.
I want to get like doubles in with like my voice and stuff, but I find that recording them is hard because they never the words never match on top of each other. Like they will, I'll say a word in it and then they'll say a word like a little bit later,
Yeah.
and it just kind of sounds bad.
I think you gotta focus on making the best takes you can. So I noticed that you're doing like 4 bars in one take, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you want, you can narrow those down to just doing 1 bar per take and then punching in after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the thing I understand. What's that?
I feel like I used to do that, but I used to I never thought about doing just 1 bar though.
Well, I mean 1 bar as in like a sentence that you complete, and then there's a breath, then you wrap the next bar.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason why I would say that is because if you're able to exercise the same bar over and over again, you're going to be able to get it better and better each take, so you can find the best one possible.
All right.
Yeah. Let's hear bar 9 to 17.
Where's that one at?
Yeah, so we have a bunch of numbers there on above
Okay.
the beat where it says 33, 9, 17. Yeah. So bar 9 is right there. Exactly, yeah.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going.
Okay, let's hear the autotune real quick. I don't think you have it cranked too high.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to use it. I use a autotune EFX.
Yeah, try putting the retune speed to 0. Yeah, so if it's at 0, that means the autotune is gonna work more.
Okay.
And the humanize is obviously, it's gonna make it sound more natural.
Alright. So the higher it is, the more natural it sounds?
The higher the humanize is, the more natural it sounds. The lower the retune speed is, the more autotune.
Okay. Alright, let's hear it then. If it will.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work trying to.
Okay. So the vocal, it sounds a little bit too shaky. Not in the sense of your performance. Oh yeah, turn off the EFX as well too if you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so EFX is basically adding vocal plugins within the autotune plugin. You don't necessarily need it right now, since we want to just get a clear take on your raw vocal. For your vocals though, they sound a little bit too bassy, you know, too warm, you know what I mean? It sounds, I can't really hear the beat, is what I'm trying to say. So we want to compress your vocals a little bit more.
Okay.
I can't really see anything right now. I think I just see the auto-tune plugin pulled up.
I have this on, just 3D compressor.
I mean the display, like I can't see anything. I'm only able to see auto-tune right now.
Oh, okay. Let me close auto-tune then.
Perfect, there you go. Yeah, so 3D compressor. So you have the threshold knob, the ratio. Those are like the two important knobs I would say for for compression.
Okay.
Threshold, the lower it is, the more volume, the more information you're going to compress. So everything from negative 29 dB all the way to 0, which is the loudest, is going to be compressed by ratio 8:1, I think is what that is. Yeah, 8:1. So the higher the ratio, the more compression.
All right. What's
So-
like a good amount of compression to do?
So depending on the way your vocal wave looks, it looks pretty fat. You know what I mean? Like you see how the beat, it's like basically reaching the ceiling of the bar. I don't know if you can see it. Like the drums come in and then the bass comes in by 17. It like fills up the whole space in that cabinet. So same thing with your vocals. They're pretty thick, right? They're not as quiet. So you have a lot of information to compress. And you probably want to compress it at a good rate. So I think the ratio is a little bit too much. Try turning the ratio to like 6:1. And then turn the threshold down more to like negative 40. Let's just give it a decent difference. All right, let's hear it.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work. I've been going
Okay,
to
so you
work,
see
trying to
the vocal sounds a little bit more quiet, right?
Yeah.
So that's just because the compression's working.
All right.
Yeah. So is it too quiet for your liking, or do you want it to be louder?
I'm not really sure what the like voice to beat like ratio is for like how good it will like sound. I know that my first song, my voice was like so loud that you couldn't hear the beat almost. So like I'm not really sure what the best like level of volume is for the voice to not like overpower the beat but still be like heard, you know?
Well, good thing it's music. It's personal preference. If the vocal is loud enough for you to hear it and understand what you're saying on top of the beat, that's like a sweet spot to aim for. It's always going to change. Obviously, every beat is going to sound different. So you're going to have to cater to each beat.
Okay.
For this beat in this case, I'm asking you, like, do you think it should be louder? Can I hear what you're saying? These are the questions you want to ask yourself so that when you're mixing your songs from now on, it's like, can the people hear what I'm saying? Can they articulate what I'm saying? Or is my vocal too drowned in the beat?
All right. Let me play this again.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work. I've been going to work trying to...
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I can understand what you're saying. So
Yeah.
just to further more like give you like knowledge on plugins and stuff like that, the 3D compressor you see right here, it's not the best compressor on the planet, I'll be honest. There are much better plugins out there, and I recommend Waves plugins. FL stock plugins, they're decent for like, you know, making beats and stuff like that, but when it comes to vocals, there are much better plugins. So if you're not satisfied with the sound you're getting right now, it's probably because the plugins you're using aren't the best. So just recognize that. Does it mean you can't make it sound good? You could definitely make it sound good. It's just, it might have to be a lot more tweaks. So
All right.
that's just regarding all the plugins. You're using the free parametric EQ2, free compressor, you're using Sound Goodizer, free chorus, free reverb, free delay. Those are all excellent plugins for FL Studio, but they're in regarding to mixing, like engineering, I would recommend Waves for sure.
All right.
That's just a side note.
Waves.
Waves is basically they make their own compression plugins, they make their own auto-tune plugins, they have their own chorus plugins, reverb plugins, delay plugins, pretty much the standard plugins. They just have their own versions. They basically have like a different way of computing and coding the vocals, you know what I mean, in their own special way to make it sound more cleaner and more expensive, I guess, you know. I'll send you a link to what they have, just so you have it and you can get it yourself.
All right, I'll definitely take a look at that.
Yeah. These are industry plugins too, so like man's like Mike Dean and all these big producers, Sway Lee, Travis Scott, they're all using Waves plugins. So I just like, you know, if you're gonna start doing music, start with that, you know. Regarding everything else, I would say now, like in this song, like what's the story that you're trying to tell in this song? Like what made you want to cook on this beat?
So this song, I just like the beat, but like this song is mainly about like, well, it's like about going to work, right? And then like stuff that's like happening at work and like what work is like how it's affecting me. Cause like I've worked a lot of like regular jobs that like aren't hard, but like working Amazon warehouse jobs are pretty rough sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to listen to music, you don't get to use your phone at all. So when you're not talking to someone, you're like purely in thought.
Yeah.
And I'm doing that for like 10 hours a day when I'm normally used to like listening to music a lot and talking to people and like having all these like stimulus, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go into work and it's like I'm like all the stuff that I was like like I've ever seen before online. I'll see like short snippets of it in my brain. It'll like fill my brain, and it's kind of like weird. And so it's like in this, I'm like, I think I found religion, and I think I did find religion going to work mainly more because like I know that a lot of people at work are like there. I feel like whenever I like started working there, I feel like a lot of people there are like trapped there. There's like people who are 50 years old working there.
Yeah.
I feel like when I say like I think I found religion, I hope my Lord will put me on the right track, because like I want to go to like trade school and I want to save up enough money to like get like a better future.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the meaning behind that bar. But besides that, it's like I've been going to work, and then I'm talking about over here.
And you know you can't reach it. Try my best so they don't try to impeach it. And I ain't talking for the speech, you leech. I was minding my business when she tried to get a bag. I was playing tag, then I got the bag and the free vacation because she was spreading misinformation, trying to get me in a weird situation.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened at work. I was at work. I was minding my own business. I went out with my I took PTO, which is personal time off, because the shift flexed up an hour, which
Yeah.
was like we had to stay an extra hour, and I didn't want to do that, but my ride wasn't there. So I went out to my friend's car, and I got high for the first time there. And I went back in, right? Because I forgot something, and I went in there, and my friend was walking in front of me, right?
Yeah.
He was like trying to make sure I wasn't like doing anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or like walking weird, or like so people could notice I was high.
Yeah.
And he was walking in front of me, looking backwards at me. And during that time that I was walking in the hallway, a girl accused me of sexual assault. And
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
so she tried to get a bag by like, I don't know, I guess I don't even know what she gains from that. Like, do I have to pay her money or something? But she was trying to like do something devious, and he said that I didn't do it. I'm innocent right now. Like, the case is already over. It's been long gone. So it's like she was trying to she's like a leech trying to get a bag. I'm
Yeah.
playing tag, and then I got the bag because I got a prepaid suspension vacation for like 3 weeks. So it's like that's what that part's about.
Word. Hey, I mean, bro, let's just be 100% right now. I'm gonna be transparent with you. The stories you have are very interesting to hear. I need you to sound as convincing as possible when you're telling those stories on your songs. So,
Okay.
in a very simple way of putting it, I like hearing what you're saying right now, and the way you're telling me is very charismatic, the way you're explaining it. You know what I mean? I need that to be transparent with your music as well. So your delivery needs to be much better.
Okay.
You know, I don't want to hear the song that you're telling me right now in the same context as like a monotone voice. Like, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to explain it or sing it or like rap it. You know what I mean? In the best way you could possibly deliver it, because it's music, right? You don't want to sound too boring. You want to sound exciting. You want to kind of talk about your accomplishments with confidence, you know? And if you don't sound confident on the beat, then people are gonna be like, I don't feel it, you know? So the best way to tell if someone else can feel your music is if you feel the bars when you're saying it yourself, you know? When you're rapping on the beat and you're actually feeling the bars that you are speaking because they're actually authentic and true to you, everyone else that hears the song are gonna feel it 100%. So it all depends on you.
All right.
Right? So that's just a side note. There's nothing wrong with everything that you have right here. You have really good story. You have what's it called? The bars and everything are consistent. They're all within the same context.
Mhm.
I think the one thing you could work on right now is like articulating and like rapping a little bit more on beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely it. Like, I want to make sure we get the basics down first, you know, before we start attacking like delivery and stuff like that. Cause like, bro, like the way you're telling me this story, it sounds phenomenal. You explained it very well. But I don't hear it on the beat. I'm like, I don't hear Slim on the beat. You know what I mean? It sounds like you're just like, just chilling there, like, like, you know what I mean? Like,
All right.
it's got to come out.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I feel like that's what I struggle with. It's like, as well as like, I'm not used to explaining how I feel and stuff. Or,
Mhm.
like like showing emotion through words.
yeah.
Because like, I don't know, just like stuff I've experienced in the past just kind of makes it so it's like I'm more like kind of like shut in a little bit.
Yeah.
So like, I've been trying to like put more effort into like my voice and like actually like put in like more air into like how like what I'm saying instead
Yeah.
of being like quiet and like and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like at that part where I'm just like kind of learning how to like put more emotion into words,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which I feel like is my main struggle at the moment.
And that's okay. You know, I'm not going to expect you to snap and start singing like Post Malone right off the bat. It's going to take some time, you know what I mean? You're going to have to start building confidence within yourself to understand like, yo, I can actually be an artist. But you can only prove that to yourself if you challenge yourself every day on the beat. You know what I mean? You're trying new things every single day, trying to sing in a different way that you normally wouldn't, makes you feel uncomfortable. You know, you're going to do it anyways because you're breaking these barriers that you've never broken before, simply put. So I think a big thing when it comes to music at the very beginning, it's very creative, it's very intuitive. Like there's no like right or wrong answers. The big thing is like is your mental and how you view yourself as a musician. When you're making a song and you're sitting down about to record, you have to tell yourself that you are literally an artist creating a song right now. You can't think that you're Slim or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like whatever your stage name is, that's who you become when you're making a song. So fuck all the negative shit in your head, trying to like control how you want to sing properly or sing a certain way. Just sing the way that you want to sing and forget all the negative thoughts. You have to tap into your artistry as best as you can. So I definitely see, because you're motivated to want to make music, that's all you really need to start. Now you just gotta like clear your head when you're making the music, you know, like release yourself into the beat.
All
All right. So
right. Advice. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do that though. It's like, it sounds like it's very possible.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't know like how to do that though. It's probably what I'm just gonna learn from over time though.
that's something you're gonna have to learn from over time for sure. It's all in the repetition, fam. I'm only saying everything I'm saying just because I know that this is how I think now, and it's taking me years to get to this thought process, finding it on my own. If I can just tell you this right now and get it right off the bat, like this is how you should be thinking, then you might save yourself a lot of time.
All right.
Yeah. Did you see the Waves plugins I sent you?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at their site right now.
Yeah, so they all look very, very unique and different in their own way. Don't get too intimidated by that. They all work the exact same way. Like, you remember when I told you the compressor had the threshold and ratio?
Yeah.
Waves plugins has those same parameters. It's just the plugin looks different, looks more fancy or looks less fancy, however be it.
Yeah.
Off the record, you don't need to pay for that stuff, fam. You can just crack it. I don't advise this. Obviously, I'm live streaming right now, but
I mean, I'll probably dabble here every once in a while because I
Yeah.
still am like saving money trying to like do trade school and do
Yeah,
all
yeah.
other stuff. But I mean, if I'm like, I'll like save money to like slowly
nah, trust
get
me.
some stuff. What would you recommend like first getting on, like what things should I get first on here?
Let me tell you. I could just give you all the plugins that I have in my vocal chain that I record artists with.
All right.
One sec. Hype says if you need cracks, DM him.
Yo.
Yo,
do that.
Yeah. Yo, Hype, what's your what's your TM?
I'm recording on a budget right here. Okay, FL Studio was already rough.
Bro, don't worry, fam. Don't worry. I completely understand. These plugins, bro, they're virtual. Like, you don't even have them in your hands. So, like, bro, like, you can easily crack them. Like, just like anyone cracks anything else. I'm not trying to spend like $500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Make your $500 making music, then buy the plugins. Like, that's my advice, honestly.
Mhm.
Okay. So these are the plugins I would recommend. The first one would be, well, you already have Autotune, but the Autotune that they offer is called Waves Tune Real Time.
Yeah. Also, the Autotune I'm using right now is like a 15-month subscription as well. It comes with a lot of other like, things as well, but like I'm just using this just because it comes with a bunch of stuff and it's only like 15 months. So
Yeah, that one should be perfectly fine. I find that with Antares, like Autotune, it uses a little bit more CPU. So if that's like a problem, then I would recommend Waves Real Time.
okay.
That's their Autotune. The next plugin I would advise you getting is the de-esser Mono. I'll write these down for you. So Waves de-esser.
Also, living with your family while trying to record is like the hardest thing ever. Though.
See, that's what I'm trying to say, fam.
Finding
Because
those right, dude, it's so rough. Cause like I'll be trying to record and then people will be loud banging and shit. I'm like, bro.
oh, so they be telling you to shut up.
And then it's like it's too late to record it, and then you're like trying to record at like night, and they're complaining that you're being like a little too loud or something. I'm like, okay.
No, I mean that everyone suffers from that, bro. Everyone suffers from that to some degree. You're not gonna have your own crib, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like, we understand. We all have our own dreams. We have our own situations that we have to deal with. But if your parents don't have any problem or your family have any problem with you recording, then I think that's a green light. That's something good. But if you know, your parents never heard you singing before or rapping before or anything like that, and it's discouraging you to properly perform on the mic, that's a mental thing. You know what I mean? You have to get used to it. You have to understand that you're doing artist shit right now, so you're gonna be an artist for maybe 2 hours when you're working on a song, and you have to break those mental barriers. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna hold you back.
It's kind of like harder when you're like, I wouldn't say like my household's toxic, but it's pretty toxic. So, like people trying to like, I don't know.
A good suggestion I just got right now is recording in the car.
You can. I mean, I've always recorded recorded on my actual mic. Is like, do you have to just like do that on your phone?
See, you can actually get your Scarlett, get a laptop, and then just record.
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about getting a laptop for a while, but
Oh, you're on desktop?
yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll get to the point where you're like screaming or singing on the mic at higher volumes eventually.
Yeah.
Right now, we'll focus more on just like articulation, storytelling, and rapping on beat. Those are definitely gonna be the big ones to level your sound up. All right, let me go back to these
I feel like I used
plugins.
to pay more attention to like rapping on beat. Like I would like tap my foot every like, and then every 4 times I would tap it, the beat would do a like the clap or whatever.
Hmm.
And then I would like do a bar in between that, and then have it end at the same time before the clap or on the clap.
Oh, you say you have trouble with like timing?
No, I just haven't been like focused on it that much. I've been like, well, like not anymore. Like I used to focus on it more, but then I started to like pay more attention to like actually trying to like sing more, and that
Yeah.
was like kind of took all my focus.
Oh, okay. Okay. I just sent you a list of the plugins there.
All right.
These are all the ones that I use for my mixing needs. Every song that I mix. If you have those plugins, you're gonna have industry sound for sure.
All right. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I'll probably just like start saving up here and there for, because I'm not paying rent at the moment, but I'm still trying to like progress in like life as quick as possible, so I can like eventually get my own place and shit. But like I know that if I got my own place right now while I'm working with the amount of money I'm saving, that it would take like infinitely more time to like actually go to trade school and graduate trade school and then like start doing what I want to do.
Yeah. Facts. No, you're right about
And it
that.
would take more effort.
Hmm.
So
Well, then again, you don't have to pay for everything when it comes to the music stuff. Like some things you just get by for free.
yeah.
Let's see your EQ for your vocal.
All right. Most of these I just follow guides on, so they're not like for my voice.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay, okay. That makes a lot of sense. Usually you cut out the low ends, kind of bring out the high ends for more clarity. Okay, that looks good. All right. I think today let's focus mainly on the compression. We'll do like
Okay.
one plugin each time we like do our sessions. So pull up the Fruity compressor. Yeah. Okay, okay. Mute the beat. Okay. Now, what I want you to kind of try right now, what I'm gonna have you try is mess around with the Fruity compressor so you understand and hear what it does. You know what I mean? Without like the beat or anything,
Alright.
just the vocal, just the vocal.
All right, let's do that. So I should be messing with the like everything or just a few things?
Just mess with the threshold and the ratio.
All right.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work, trying to make this money work, even though I know it hurts, legs, body in my back. I've been praying to God, think I found religion, and I'm up in my little world, put me on the right track. I know that sometimes I could work harder, and sometimes I fall farther, but what's the point of darkness without light? Sometimes I disappoint myself, I wish I put up more of a fight. But we all could do better, so I'm up baking this cheddar. So cold that I need a sweater, this time I'll be the barsetter. And you know you can't reach it, try my best so they'll try to impeach it. And I ain't talking Princess Peach, she a leech. I was minding my business when she tried to get her back, but I was playing tag.
You know, like a lot more movement in the background with some of these.
Yeah, you notice the movement?
Yeah. Like I didn't even know that movement was there.
Yeah, see, like, sometimes when you're on the microphone, you're not always consistently in front of it. You'll sometimes like slant side to side, so it might mess up, like the range and the volume. So compression's there to like kind of keep it all glued together.
All right.
If you notice the ratio when you turn it all the way down, that's when you're basically turning off the compression. Basically, you're making the compression less and less. How hard do you want the compression to work is based on the ratio.
I feel like I kind of like it at like a higher ratio, like 12. But I don't know if that's like a.
It depends on how you want it to sound, right?
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work, trying to make this money work, even though I know it hurts, legs, body, in my back. I've been praying to God, think I found religion, and I'm hoping my Lord put me on the right track. I know that sometimes I can work harder, and sometimes I fall farther, but what's the point of darkness without light? Sometimes I disappoint myself, I wish I put up more of a fight.
I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty nice there too.
Also, I see you using like a bunch of like shortcuts, and I can't use the shortcuts like so for up here, like they say that I can like use like Control C or something and then do that
Yeah.
to like shortcut it, but it won't let me do that, so I'll have to like actually go up here and do this each time.
Oh, why not?
Here, let me see if I can. Normally, if I hover over it, it'll show me like what the like shortcut for it is, but for some reason it's not doing that now.
Are you talking about like highlighting certain things?
Like sometimes if you want to cut something out, you'll just like you won't go up here and like click it. You'll just like
Oh,
and then like hover over it and then do that. But
so
for me, it's like each time I have to go up here and then do this.
yeah.
I'll have to go in and like minimize it.
I'll tell you why. So your keyboard is also like a piano, right?
Okay.
Z all the way to period, Q all the way to P are your white notes on the keyboard, and then you have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are all black notes. When you see a piano, right?
Okay.
Your keyboard is supposed to be a piano as well. Based on, if you see the BPM, you see the BPM?
Yeah.
Okay, so the box that's highlighted in green, it's like a piano with like it's right next to the BPM, underneath the metronome. Yeah.
This one?
So when you turn that on, your keyboard becomes a piano. When you turn it off,
Oh.
the shortcuts for everything else for the tools work. So if you turn it off, the piano's turned off. Now you can press C on your keyboard, and then your slicer tool will work automatically.
Bro. I wish I knew that. Dude, I've been like trying to figure that out for so long. And there's no YouTube guides on that specific thing ever. So I'll look up how to do shortcuts on it, and they'll be like, okay, so you just click the button. I'm like, bro, I'm clicking the button. It's not working.
Yeah, no, that's basically the sauce right there for that. But
Damn, alright.
any other shortcuts I can definitely help you out with. Okay.
And then, so I'm also like, for this sound right down here, I wanted to, because this ended up being shorter than I wanted it to, because, so it's like, there's this like middle space if I do this.
And you know you can.
So I wanted to kind of like fade into the next one so it actually has like some, so it's not just like a stop,
And you know you.
but it's like, I have like a hell of a lot of delay on this one. I use,
Okay.
let me see. I guess this one. I use this plugin I got, which has like a whole bunch of like stuff for like ad libs and stuff. And I just kind of cranked the delay on it, but I want to like, so like if I don't want to use this, for example, I don't want to delete it.
And
You see how like kind of just like cuts out and in, and like you can hear the cuts like whenever it's like the next one starts.
Yeah.
Like I want it to like sound smooth when it does that, but I'm not really sure how to do that.
Mm. It does sound like it's cutting out because like you can hear it like snap and click in. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my
Yeah,
best
the
to-
transients are very like harsh. You know, they're slamming. Like every word that you speak, it kind of it like clicks. I don't know if you hear that.
This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my best.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how to like fix that, or like if I'm being too close to the mic when I do that.
I don't. It yeah. So being too close to the mic could be a reason why. If you're too close, and then sometimes you go back. Obviously, you want to keep the same distance from your microphone.
Mm.
But for something like that, for clicking, you want to make sure that the compression isn't too heavy, and you also don't want it to be too light either. So if the compression's really cranked, then it's gonna start like having those clicks,
Oh, okay.
as in like
Like off
the
the-
ratio. You probably don't want it to be too high of a ratio.
This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't.
So like, so should I lower the ratio or the threshold when I want to fix that?
You're gonna definitely want to tamper with both of them. If you are lowering the thresholds to the point where you're like compressing the whole volume of the vocal and none of it is natural, then you're gonna lose some dynamics. So you kind of want to only
Alright.
like do a little bit of threshold, like yeah, 30, 35, I guess, and then turn down the ratio maybe.
Let's try like, okay, if it will.
Time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't.
What is it?
Time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't.
Yeah, like that sounds better right there.
Yeah. Try hearing it with more context of the song.
I'm up baking this cheddar, so cold that I need a sweater. This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my best, so they'll try
Yeah.
to impeach it.
Sounds a little bit less
Maybe
harsh.
I could just do something like this, just maybe.
Right.
over here.
I'm up baking this cheddar, so cold that I need a sweater. This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my best, so they'll try to impeach it.
And I could also do that over here too, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm pretty sure I could just do this if I want that to fade.
I'm up baking this cheddar, so cold that I need a sweater. This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my best, so they'll try to impeach it. And I ain't talking Princess Peach, she a leech. I was minding my own business.
I need to like find a spot that like this sounds good in. Cause like I end it on. Actually, I'm sure I could just cut this part out and just have the next part say that.
Right.
I'm up baking this cheddar, so cold that I need a sweater. This time I'll be the bossetta. And you know you can't reach it. Try my best, so they'll try to impeach it. And I ain't talking Princess Peach, she a leech. I was minding my own business when she tried to get her back. Bows this.
Maybe bring it back a little more.
This Peach, she a leech. I was minding my own business. This Peach, she a leech. I was minding my own business when she.
I feel like this one's just louder than this one too at the end.
Yeah, it's also a slightly different tone, so it doesn't blend
Yeah.
as natural. Because when I hear those two
Alright,
takes,
that's it.
I just know like, okay, you said this one before and then you said this one after.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I feel like if I'm gonna be recording like a lot smaller takes than this, it's gonna be more important to like keep the same distance to the mic, because then it'll be like one's too high, one's too low, and then it goes lower or something. Because I'm just
Yeah,
at different positions from the mic.
exactly. Okay. Can you send me your main vocals raw?
Yeah. How do I do that?
So just go to your mixer. So your main. Okay, so do you know how to turn off the plugins in a channel? In a audio channel?
I'm pretty sure you do.
Well, you can do that way. That's a manual way, I would say, but there's one button. It's right at the bottom. It's like a fire icon looking thing. Not there on the other side. Yeah, well, a bit up. Yeah, that one. That turns off all the plugins. So you want to turn it off for that, and then you want to turn it off to where it does distortion, where it's linked to.
Over here.
Yeah, and then you want to go to your master and turn off the master plugins too, so that there's no like gain staging or anything like that. All right.
All right.
So now you can properly export the vocals to me.
All right.
So go to file and then export, and then you go to wave.
Where the hell is export at? Yeah, I normally like when I first started doing this, I kind of just went in like a lot of discords for people to like make music,
Yeah.
and then they would just like give me a bunch of different types of presets, and I was just like messing around with them.
Mm-hmm.
Where's this export at? I cannot see it anywhere.
You could do Control R.
Okay.
And whatever the song name is, you could put it first and then dash your artist name, I guess Slim. And then if you have the producer, I would put Broad in brackets.
All right.
And then at the very end of that, the BPM of the song, which is 155, I believe.
And then let me start doing this. Probably like doing all the ones I haven't, all the like recordings I haven't purged as well.
It should only export the ones on the playlist.
All right. I feel like a lot of like people on YouTube that make beats will like put a type beat, or like they'll put a type beat in the title, but it won't really be a type beat for that person, but that's just like their niche that they do, so they do it anyways.
Yeah.
Cause there's just like one person I follow, I've been following ever since I started making music, and he makes pretty good beats, but I feel like some of his beats aren't exactly like the certain person's, but sometimes like, I mean, Juice WRLD, I do like Juice WRLD type beats, but like Juice WRLD kind of does everything here and there. So
Yeah. No, he was very traverse.
yeah,
He
I
would try
kind of want to
different
be like,
things.
I don't want to like sing or like do what he does. I want to like be, I like his work ethic because he made so many songs. I want to be like that, where I just make so many songs and I want to be like good at it.
Yeah, so repetition and consistency will be the best thing for you then. Just keep making songs, and you're gonna discover new questions and new solutions every single time. Were you able to send me the vocal?
It's exporting right now.
Okay, okay.
But PC's kind of slow.
A
And then I'm not sure if I do this in an email. Yeah, I have to send it to your email.
yeah, you could send it to. Where I'll send you. I sent it to you on Discord DMs. Were the vocals able to send?
And then PC is being so slow right now. Um, all right, I should have sent.
Get back. Fire. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through with you the compression and how it works on my end as well, just so I can demonstrate it a little bit.
All right.
What's your stage name?
Isaiah with the 1. For the first eye.
Bets.
There's a time
I
that
feel like once I'm like better at singing and like putting words onto like what I want to do, I can do like mostly like any beat that I really want to, because there's like so many beats I have that like
Mhm.
I want to make beats on or like songs on, but it's like hard to do it like for the goal that I have in mind for them.
Yeah. It's all about the reps and stuff that you're gonna be doing. So if you're going to do different songs, newer songs, maybe work on some old songs again, you're gonna be able to basically learn new things. And any questions that you had maybe before, for the sake of making new songs, you're gonna be able to answer your own questions as well. When it comes to like your music, your lyrics, and stuff like that. For me, I would be able to offer you like how to mix things properly. You know what I mean? Like what's a standard and when it comes to this and that. But for you, like you just continuously making songs is gonna make you a better artist.
All right.
Yeah. So we get better
I
at
upload
singing
all
and
these
all that.
songs. I feel like for the first few songs, like I have a country song on right now, and I'm just gonna be straight up. It is the most horrendous thing I've ever made, but it was fun making though, cause like my friend was like, "Hey, now that you're making music, you make a country song," and I was like, "Sure," and it's like the most stereotypical country song in the world. All right.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, try country music. You know, it's not always gonna be the best at the very beginning, but give it a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna put this on. Let me just put this on a blank track. So let's go to 50.
visit
Okay, bet. So we were talking about Fruity Compressor. Let me pull that plugin up. Okay, so I pull it up. Basically, nothing is gonna compress it whatsoever. I can play it.
there's a time to work, there's a time to get out while you still
Damn, I'm really close to my mic in that one.
It's fine. It sounds pretty good too. It's very audible. I can hear your vocal. Maybe you could have been further back just a little bit, just so like the bass of the vocal couldn't be a little bit less. But honestly, it's okay. So now, based on the waveform, it's pretty big. You know, if a vocal is loud, it's gonna reach from top to bottom here, right? Because there's only so much space. 0 dB would peak up here. It would peak from the top to bottom. If it was quiet, it wouldn't even show. It would probably be something like this.
That's how some of my stuff looks.
Yeah. So when it's
So go
when
from that and then just be super.
if it looks like this, then you know like you might want to turn your vocal up just a little bit in your interface. So you're gonna have like a gain knob. You know, it says plus 48 volts, or
Yeah.
whatever it says, plus 48 V. You want to maybe turn that knob up a little bit so that you get some more gain. Somewhere around like here, if it looks something like this, it should be pretty good. If it sounds good and it looks like that, you're probably on the right track. Let's bring this to 0. Okay. What's the key for this song again?
D minor.
Okay, bet. Let me put this in key. I'll crank it. Okay, so you understand that when the vocal is processing, it processes from top to bottom, right?
No, I actually did not know that.
Okay, so the vocal, basically here, you plug it into the track. In this case, it's 50. And the first plugin that's going to affect the vocal is the top one.
Alright.
And then the second one, then the third, fourth, fifth, blah, 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 to 10.
Okay.
So it's basically going to be singly processed through each plugin from top to bottom.
So you want your auto-tune at the top one?
Yeah. You want your raw vocal being turned, you know, basically the notes into auto-tune before you start mixing and EQing, compressing. All that stuff comes after.
Alright.
That's just a regular standard. Because if you put the auto-tune after reverb, the auto-tune's not going to really work as well when it's like wet, you know? You sound like you're in a... I can literally show you right now. I'll just bring up Fruity Reverb. Let me show you how it should sound, and then I'll show you what it would sound like if you maybe did it the incorrect way. So this is the vocal.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you...
Okay, so the reverb is your vocal with auto-tune, right?
Okay.
Now if I bring the auto-tune after the reverb, it's gonna auto-tune the reverb. You know, it's kind of weird.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts.
It's a little bit weird, you know, it's not really tuning the vocal properly because it's not in the center, you know what I mean, as you really recorded it. It's kind of all over the place because that's what reverb does. So that's why we make it the very first plugin before we add any effects and everything like that. Alright, so let's just go back to the compressor. Okay.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can.
Okay, so nothing's happening with the compressor. I'm going to turn down the threshold. I'm going to turn it down to, let's say, 60, okay?
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still...
Was there a difference?
Yeah, slight difference.
Maybe, because the ratio is 1 to 1. So, like, it's probably 0.1% of a difference because the compression is not even really working whatsoever. You know what I mean? So, let's do that again, but let's change.
It's supposed to be me expecting me to hear something different, and then my brain just being like, "Yeah, that sounds different."
Yeah. Let's try putting the ratio to 2 to 1. Let's see if it sounds a little bit different. We can hear a difference.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work. I've been going to work trying to make this money.
Did you hear a difference there?
Yeah, it got a little quieter.
Yeah, so the vocal got much quieter, right? That's what compression does. with whatever the threshold is at, it's going to compress everything above it. So it's the threshold is basically saying from this point all the way around here, all of this information is going to get compressed 2-to-1 ratio.
All right.
So if I raise this threshold to 3 now, it's going to be even more.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work.
We can raise this up
Yeah,
to
that's definitely a lot.
8. It's gonna even start affecting it even faster now.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can.
You hear those clicks?
I've been going to work trying to make this money.
So you know those clicks is like when it goes from like no volume to like some volume. Like these transients is what we call them. This is a big click right here too.
All right.
That's a big one as well. So those are going to be a lot more emphasized if we have a high ratio and a low threshold. So we don't want to like have them too emphasized, right? Because it's natural. That stuff happens in the human vocal. So we want to like, okay, maybe let's not do 8. Maybe let's do like 4.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work trying to make this money work. Even though I know it hurts, legs, body in my back. I've been praying to God, think I found religion, and I'm up in my little world. Put me.
Okay. This is a good start. I'm not going to compress it too much. You know, I want to make sure like I'm getting it like just kind of honing it in to a brick. You know what I mean? Like containing it in the mix. I don't want it to be all over the place. I want to have its own lane in the mix. So right now, this compressor is helping with that.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you about these other knobs as well now. These are like the next 2 important ones, attack and
I
release.
can't see him right now.
Oh, my bad. Can you see it?
No.
How about now?
No. I can see it now.
Okay, bet. Can't see it now, can you?
No.
Okay, interesting. Okay, bet. So these knobs attack and release. I'm going to show you what it does. So let me minimize this.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can.
Okay, so now the information, you know, when it hits right away, is it going to snap in or is it going to smooth in, you know? Similar to what you did with this. Now, similar to like how you did this, how you made it smooth in. Imagine this automation, but for the compression, not for volume. Because when you do this, this is volume, right? So attack is basically saying like, okay, when the information comes in, do I want it to come in right away, or do I want it to like happen gradually? Let's try it 0.
Oh, okay.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you
Okay, now let's try it maxed.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can.
You see?
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can.
So the higher you
Sounds a lot
attack,
smoother.
sorry?
Sounds a lot smoother, yeah.
Yeah. So the attack, when it's higher, the compression works faster. Now we just gotta find like a sweet spot, so it's not like, you know, I mean, not coming in too quick. We still want some dynamics, right?
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can.
Okay. We have release. Release is the same thing, but it's the opposite. So not when it comes in, but when it tapers off, when do we want the compression to release? Because we don't want to compress everything, like these breaths and stuff like that. We just want to compress the information that we want from the threshold.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get. This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can. I've been going to work, I've been going to work, trying to make this money.
Think of it like a pulsating effect. When the auto-tune snaps in, it's going up, and then the compression will turn off. So when the compression comes in with the attack, how fast do you want it to release right after?
Alright.
So that's what these two knobs do, essentially.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got.
Put it on, like, if you put it at like 1, then it won't release that, like, ever.
Yeah, it won't reset ever. It'll just like snap in, snap out, snap in, snap out, snap in, snap out. If you want like a smooth R&B singing vocal that's like consistently like pushed in its pocket as much as possible, then yeah, you'd have the release on like a high amount, because you wouldn't want it to like peak or cut through the mix, you know what I mean, get louder in the mix. Sometimes you want it to stay in its spot. But if you want some dynamics, then obviously you'd want to have a tighter release. And then if you want to have like quick compression happening,
this is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can.
Yeah. So you can have it really snappy, you can have it really smooth. It all depends on the way you want the song to sound.
Okay.
So focus on those. Type. This is just basically like saturation. So the auto-tune, the compression is going to sound different for each one. Soft, vintage, medium, hard, soft, vintage, medium. These are all various types of sounding compressions that FL Studio has in their compressor. So hard is going to sound different than medium, than vintage, and soft.
This is the time to work, this is the time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give it all you got while you still can.
Yeah. So similar to how there are different compression plugins, think of it like this, like hard, medium, vintage, soft. Those are slightly different sounding compressors within this compressor itself. So do I want a soft compressor? Do I want a vintage compressor? Do I want a medium compressor? Do I want a hard compressor? Whatever sounds the best for you in that song.
Alright.
Yeah. That's pretty much it though for compression.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know, the only really thing I knew about, like, how to use compression was that's the gain, and then, the threshold. Well, like, not the threshold, like, how much I know now, but, like, I would just, like, turn that bitch up and down. Just seeing, like, what it does.
Yeah.
But I never knew what attack and release is and all that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You're tampering with, like, how fast you want the plugin to work and how slow you want it to decay, you know? So, the compressor, it's a very, very standard plugin for everything when it comes to instruments, vocals. It's very important because it's the only way you can make everything have its own pocket in a mix. Because if everything is just full volume, you know what I mean? Everything's just jammed together. You're not going to properly hear like small little details. You could probably fit in maybe like one piano or one vocal with a piano. I mean, you have no compression. And that's purely acoustic. But in the digital realm right now, we want to mix like bells, we want to mix rap vocals, we want to mix doubles, we want to mix ad-libs, we want to mix pianos, we want to mix wind instruments. How are we going to do that when everything sounds raw? Compression. It's very important.
Yeah. That's pretty nice.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Like, if I were to like do a double, would I want these to have like the same compression effects as the main, or would I want them to be different in like, or like if I wanted to like do a double like for like a certain part, do I have it just like re-record it and have it on the same like how loud it is and all the effects, or should I like change them?
For each vocal, like a main vocal, a double, or an ad lib, they're gonna have different settings in compression, in the reverb, and all the other stuff. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, it should theoretically sound different each vocal. You know, you don't want your doubler to sound the exact same way as the main because you don't want to take up the main space. The main has its own space. So the main has its space. How are we gonna have another vocal in there to support that space? We're not gonna cram it with the same space that it requires. You know what I mean? We're not gonna do two main vocals with the same mix. We're gonna have a main vocal with this type of compression, and then we're gonna have a double, maybe with more compression, so that we can squeeze a little bit more information into that pocket, you know, into supporting that main vocal.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you wouldn't want to have the same exact preset for all your vocals. You want to change them up for each.
All right.
Before I have to go, I'm just going to show you an example of a song. What's this called? I'll pull up one of Kofi's songs. Oh yeah, don't be too overwhelmed. When it comes to mixing vocals, you really just need to learn how to EQ, compress.
Joshua?
Yes, 1 second, Mai. My bad. Okay. So, when mixing a vocal, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this project's a little bit messy. Apologies.
Totally, y'all done a lot of work on this one.
Yeah, facts. So, I have my EQ. I'm just going to show you the plugins that are the most important when it comes to mixing vocals. EQ is one of them. Compression is the next one. It looks different, I know. It's not the 3D compressor, it's a different one, but it's essentially the same thing. This is like the compressor, right? EQ again. And then effects. So you have the reverb and delays,
Okay.
you know, and then we have the spread wide stereo. These are good for like Travis Scott vocals, like where you want your vocal to sound spread. You want it to sound open. You don't want it to sound narrow. You want it to sound spread. So that's what this stuff is good. It's basically effects for the vocal. You know what I mean? I know you said you want to make your vocal sound more natural.
Yeah.
So you probably won't want to mess with this yet. But essentially, once you get the EQing down, the compression down, then those are the fundamentals for mixing a vocal purely in the natural realm. After that, you'll just be tampering with reverb and delays and all that stuff, and you're gonna have a blast with that because that stuff's way more fun. Okay, so like I was saying, we have ad-libs here. These are all ad-libs. And then we have main vocals here.
Okay.
This is all one preset for the main vocals, and then I have another preset for all the ad-libs here.
1 second. Someone's talking about it. All right.
I bet. Yeah. So 3. This is the preset I have here. I have an EQ, I have compression, and then I have reverb and delay. That's for these vocals. And then for the ad-libs, these ones are on track 33. Same thing. EQ, they're going to look different. It's not going to look the same as the main vocal. Compression, it's going to be a little bit different. EQ. And then we're going to have reverb and delays. So it's all the same thing. You're going to have the EQ, you're going to have the compression, and then you're going to have the reverb and delays. It's just you got to change them up for different vocals, for like the ad-libs and the doubles and the main vocals. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think about like what I should have my auto-tune level on for like a main?
If you're trying to sound more natural, then less auto-tune. So maybe around like 10 retune speed. And if you're trying to sound like T-Pain, Travis Scott, crank it to 0.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to get most of like the effects from my stuff and like doubling my vocals instead of really like from autotune. Like I want to have that natural like part of my voice right in each vocal, but I want to double that and make it sound kind of like nice and smooth and not like buttery smooth, right? Like I want some parts to have like a bit of raspiness, like whenever I started the first chorus.
Yeah.
And then or like a little bit of deepness, and then but I want some parts to like if I want to emphasize some parts, I want to like double it and make it sound like a. I'm not really sure how to imitate raspiness because like I recorded this one and I've tried re-recording it multiple times to like get that same level of raspiness in it, but I can never do it because it's like I did that recording when I was waking up, so like my voice was still a little.
Yeah, I mean, try your best to imitate it, I guess. There's really no like way that you can sound like a raspy artist, you know what I mean? Just gotta do it your own style and find your own style.
All right.
Yeah. You have any more questions regarding that? The music and mixing?
All right, let me open up something real quick. So for this one, I would like. Let's see here. Where is it? So I'm not really sure if I should like. So like, let's say I wanted to do the pre-chorus and chorus, and it's like this.
Yeah.
And let's say the chorus ends at the end of this one. Like right here. Would I take out the pre-chorus for like the next part and just have it be like a place for the breathe, and then have it go into a chorus? You think, or should I keep the pre-chorus in? And because I feel like I need like a bridge.
Yeah.
I should use a bridge.
I would say add a bridge. I think that part right there you can add like some ad-libs.
All right.
That's just like my personal opinion. You can do it any way you want, obviously, but I feel that you could have a ad-lib type bridge there.
All right. What do you think about? Well, like I'm not really sure how to do like ad-libs. So like how many ad-libs, or if I should keep like a. Because I know that in music they like to. Like for each little bracket.
Yeah.
They would do like maybe 2 ad-libs in each. But like, what if I want to do like an uneven amount or like an odd amount?
Oh, that's completely fine. Have it your way. I find that when people ask me the best way to do ad-libs without making it seem too much is just repeat certain words in the bars that you've said. So
okay,
if you Um, I'm on my way to get pizza. I love pizza. You know what I mean? That's the main vocal. In the ad lib, you'll be like, I'm on my way to get pizza. You're gonna say pizza over it on the ad lib.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna be like, pizza,
All right.
pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna say the whole bar, but you're just gonna ad lib the punchline. You know what I mean? Like, the bar that rhymes or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a terrible example, but honestly,
I mean, I understand.
you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I was trying to figure out a bar. I'm like, bro, there's no way I'm figuring out a bar right now.
Like, I want to do some ad libs in the first thing in here, so it's like,
There's a time to work, there's a time to get out while you still can. And
Yeah,
like
see,
for this can right here is supposed to be an ad lib right here.
exactly.
So for
Yes,
the,
exactly. If you wanted to make that an ad lib, you could cut that out using the slice tool, cut that little part out, and then make it unique, and then put it into a different audio channel, mixer channel, that has like reverb and delay. You know, similar to how you have that ad lib down there, right? And that different, that little thing there.
yeah.
Yeah.
That one has a lot of delay, and I'm not sure. I'll do where the hell did I have this one at? Okay. Okay, dude. Will my control bar calm down a little bit? All right. Let's try a different one. Honestly, I don't even know what the effects on these. I've rarely ever used these down here.
and I know it hurts, but give it.
I mean, that one's better, so let's do this.
There's a time to work, there's a time to get out while you still can. And I know it hurts, but give
Yeah,
It
exactly.
could be like a little. Here. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting it slowly.
What about music theory as well? Could it? They like to have like structure as well for like bars, like so they'll do like the same rhyme scheme in like each bracket, or like have the same amount of bars in each bracket.
Yeah, like song
That should
structure.
also, yeah.
It's important to know it for sure. I think a good basic understanding is 8 bars to 16 bars is long enough for either a hook or a verse and a bridge. So section it out in even bars or multiples of 8. So you have an intro that's 8 bars, you have a verse that's 8 bars, and you have a hook that's 8 bars. And then you have a bridge that's 8 bars, and then a verse that's 8 bars, and then a hook that's 8 bars. Or you can have a verse that's 8 bars, and then a hook that's 16 bars, a verse that's 8 bars, hook that's 16. So anything of 8 and 16, you know, bars, or is usually a healthy amount. You can do shorter, like 4 bars. It just has to sound right. You know what I mean? To you, it has to sound right.
Yeah.
Yeah, fab. I gotta dip now because I gotta get a session in at 7:30.
All right, sounds good. I'll send you the payment.
Yeah, I appreciate it, fam. We'll lock in again soon.
All right.
I guess I'll message you and then we can just find another time, whatever, so we can start leveling up your sound. Because
Yeah.
I already know I've worked with a lot of artists
It'll
before.
Like
What's up?
it'll probably have to be in like a week or two when I get paid again. I have
Okay,
to,
bet.
I'm keeping like a strict amount of how much I could spend a month, so.
That's good. Yeah, let's stay on top of that. Hondo peasy.
Thank you for all your advice as well and stuff like that.
Of course, bro. Feel free to hit me up.
Sounds good.
Yes,
I'll
sirski.
probably be watching your if you're streaming later, I'll probably be watching it.
Hey, okay, cool. The quality is not gonna be as good because I'm gonna be like live streaming from a hotspot from a phone because the guy he doesn't have Wi-Fi right now. So it's Zay, the artist. But
Yeah, all good.
it is what it
I'll
is.
be there.
All right, fam. I appreciate it. I'll catch you later. Okay.
All right, I'll catch you.
Easy. All right, guys. Peace out.